Does everybody know what time it is? Tool time! That's right, Bimford Tools is proud to present
Space Rogue.
It's a huge week in tools, but of course the big story tool-wise this week is that ToolTime has its own page launched just this last Wednesday at www.hackernews.com. Every Wednesday we'll be releasing the latest HNNCast ToolTime as its own little video, making it easier to share and easy to rip through several weeks worth of just tool news. Remember, the sponsor slot for ToolTime is still available. You may have heard of the evil Maid attack before. It is the theory that a hotel maid may compromise your computer when you leave it in your room, hence the advice to use TrueCrypt or other whole disk encryption. Now, Joanna Rutkowska and Alex Turchenkin have released a tool designed specifically to defeat whole disk encryption via a USB stick. We have a link to the evil Maid source in the comments on hackernews.com. OwnSpy is a remote iPhone spy or backup utility. Track deleted SMS, call history, pictures, and address books remotely and with complete stealth. It's available at Cydia, the app store for jailbroken phones. Phone Creeper is a phone espionage suite. It can be silently installed just by inserting an SD card containing the Creeper files. The program is not listed as installed or running and allows for remote control via SMS text messaging. Command and control SMS messages will not be displayed and are immediately deleted as a return code is sent to the sender at the end of each operation. Phone Creeper currently runs on Windows Mobile version 5 and 6. Man, the sleazy PIs and spy on my spouse crowd must be salivating by now. On a happier note, collaborative pen testing is also on the move this week. Have you ever found yourself in the predicament of needing to exploit an application, OS, or web page, and you think to yourself, I just did this last week, but I can't remember what the hell I did? That's the reason for pen tester scripting. Gain access to and knowledge of useful scripts, tricks, and tips for pen testing. Categories include recon, mapping, discovery, exploitation, post-exploitation, and more. 14 new scripts were added just this week. Also on the collaborative pen testing front, have you been thinking that Metasploit Pro looks like Metasploit for dummies, and that's about it? Well, the buzz is out this week, and one of the main features of Metasploit Pro is collaborative pen testing. That sounds cool, since a lot of pen test teams act more like disconnected individuals duplicating each other's efforts with variable results. This should help pen test teams act more like hacker groups do, collaboratively, so that each person's strengths benefit the group's objectives. Oh yeah, there have been plenty of interesting updates too. Lots of new stuff for SCADA, Oracle, iManager, and more. Maybe it's time to visit Rapid7 and try it out. Tools plus targets equal Dojo. The Web Security Dojo is a free, open-source, self-contained training environment for web application security penetration testing. This week saw the version 1.1 RC1 release from MavenSecurity.com. ImmunitySec announced this week that Canvas developers D-Square Security released a tool that enables live forensics via Canvas. The D2 Live Forensic Pack. Enough said. David Litchfield recently started in on his new venture, Verity. Undoubtedly, to raise awareness of this news company, David has released a database forensics utility, Verity for Oracle. If you know database security, you already know David and NGS as the only serious commercial concern in the space, and Verity is sure to rock. GreenSQL is a database firewall. Think firewall, web app firewall, database firewall. Makes sense to us. Check it out at greensql.net. AndiPoros version 1.0.6 is a fork of the famous Paros proxy with support for Clint certs on smart cards. It also supports Bean Shell, passive scanning, multi-tags for a request response, better OS X integration, and more. It also promises future integration with Zap, the Z-Attack proxy project. That's a ton of tools for this week, and there were lots more we didn't get to. But we want to end with a recommendation for you to visit browsercheck.qualsys.com. It will tell you if you have any issues with what you're running. Browsers are pretty complicated in terms of determining what exactly your risk profile is, so any help you can get is worth mentioning, especially if it's free. That's it for this week's Tool Time. Join us next week for our salute to Tool Time.